is my first tornado documentary. It's going to be about the May 1985 tornado outbreak that struck western Pennsylvania and Ontario, eastern Ohio, western New York, and it killed a lot of people and was one of the most active severe weather days in history. And this tornado outbreak was huge and it affected people that I know and people that you may know too. The first tornado we're going to talk about is the one that made the tornado outbreak very historic, the only Pennsylvania F5 ever recorded, and this tornado to this day has been recorded as one of the strongest tornadoes ever recorded. Number 2 compared to Xenia, and this tornado has wiped out tons of houses and took even pavement and shoved it into the ground. And this tornado actually caused more damage when it went to Mercer County and did second F5 damage in Mercer. The tornado that struck just southwest of Mercer, and then the tornado weakened. I'm going to show you some video and pictures of this tornado. The storm timeline took place around between 4 p.m. and 11 p.m. It only lasted about 8 hours, but it was very damaging, very deadly, and this tornado outbreak could be repeated because if a perfect setup around this area happens again, it could be devastating. Like May 1998, a tornado outbreak happened, and small localized tornado outbreaks happen around here, but we're not talking about that yet. This tornado outbreak in all cost 88 lives and was the third costliest tornado outbreak in U.S. history, and it caused $1 billion in damage in 2005 dollars, but back in '85 it caused only $145 billion. The small Pennsylvania town of Wheatland was nearly wiped out by one of the most violent tornadoes ever recorded back in 1985, and it was one of 41 tornadoes recorded that day, registered F5 on the Fidia scale. It was also the only F5 in Pennsylvania history. I'm going to show you a clip of the tornado, and there's actually 2 clips, so I'm going to show you one of them, one of the most famous ones on web right now.
Tornado, yeah, leave.
Yeah, but look, it's picking it up.
Go get Dale. Here comes a tornado. Sure is. It's a tornado. Look at it. Get downstairs. That's fantastic.
They're all tore down.
Yeah, they are.
I'm back, and we're gonna talk. It started near the Pennsylvania border near Niles and Niles Wheatland area, and that's where it had its first F5 damage. It was about a half-mile wide funnel with winds estimated at 300 miles per hour. It took like metal and shoved it under, like wedged it actually into the ground, like beneath the pavement, and the tornado destroyed 95% of wheatland and had a 47-mile path where it began and tracked, leaving 18 people dead and 310 injured. In Ohio, it was the deadliest tornado since the Xenia F5 tornado. It was also captured on camera, like we already know, because I showed you the clips. Here are some pictures of the F5 damage that occurred in now it's Wheatland, and also a couple tornado pictures of that same tornado, and some newspaper clips too that I have too. Okay, now we're talking about I think it's an F4 tornado that crossed mainly dense forest. Deadliest tornado, which was later rated as an F4, occurred in southern Crawford and northern Venango counties, where 25 estimated were dead, in the deadliest in ever state history. And the total 64 people were killed in Pennsylvania alone by the far deadliest toll in tornado outbreak in a single day for the state. Later in the evening, some of these tornadoes crossed into New York and affected southern Chautauqua County, New York, and a couple other counties too. One was an F4 and the other was an F3. Nobody was killed, but over 20 were injured in New York State. One of the most impressive tornadoes that ever happened in weather history was a 2.5 mile wide F4 tornado that tracked over 69 miles over mainly dense forest and wilderness in central Pennsylvania. Some outbuildings were damaged or destroyed in its early life stage. The width of the tornado was humongous. I can't believe how huge this tornado was during the day. That just screwed up. That was a little screwed up that it just did. But the tornado was humongous because it destroyed at least 90,000 trees were obliterated in the Moshannon State Forest. The tornado crossed western branch of the Susquehanna twice during its hour and a half on the ground. The hook echo was so freaking impressive for any supercell, and it was picking up hundreds of trees flying through the air at any given moment, and there was tremors from the tornado in the ground. If this tornado actually struck a major city or any houses, it would have been the worst tornado ever recorded, because this tornado made tremors in the ground, like a magnitude 5 earthquake mostly. That's what I heard rumors. It's just nuts how much damage this tornado could have done. Thank God. I hope you enjoyed this documentary, and you'll see more weather videos and other type of stuff on my account, RussellsonRCCenter.com, or on YouTube, whatever. And I'll put the full version on a different video website, means you don't have to use these parts. And thanks for viewing. And wait, you'll see more videos on here, more movies, more documentaries about stuff in the future. Means stay tuned to this, subscribe, because this is going to be a very big account in the future too. Thanks again for watching this video. See ya.